Hey friends, Adam here. This is the 5th match in the BS League. What is the BS League? It is the Bad Shape League. It is the Bread Slices. No, the Buffoon Squad League. There's a good one. If you don't know, in fact, I'll put a playlist to the entire BS League up here. After that playlist goes away and YouTube lets me put another card up, I'll put a card to Drew Von Port's Bonsai League. He started this over the summer, and his is 6 players. They're doing APA style scoring. They're doing a bunch of things differently than what I'm doing, but I decided to completely steal the idea, and I was originally going to call it not DVP's Bonsai League, but then I got to thinking, and I'm like, oh, we can call it the BS League, and you know what BS stands for, right? Not that. I can't say that on this channel. I mean, I have said that on this channel, but it's the Brutal Swerve League, the Backroom Sharks League, the Bank Shot Lunatics League. I can't put lunatics in there. It's the Blind Squirrels League. But anyway, this is match number 5. I am recording these and narrating and posting them in the order that they were played in. So you will be able to see them as they come out, as they were played. Now, I'm hoping what happens is the results aren't finalized before we get through all 10 matches. If they are, I may change up order, but for now, I am going in order. Anyway, you know what? We'll go over scores real quick. I was dumb and I drew up the scoring chart before and saved it out and exported it and overwrote it before I did this match, so I don't want to put that up on the screen because that will spoil what happens in this match. But prior to this match, there were 4 matches that were played. 4 matches that were played. I am on the board with 2 points. Matt R is on the board with 1 point. He just beat Sam in the previous match. Sorry if you didn't see that, but I did say I put these in order. And then Matt K beat Matt R in the match first recordings of these matches, and I beat both Matts. So score is 2-1 to 1 to 0. And then Taka hasn't played yet. So let's get over to the table. We'll get this thing started and kick things off here. Now I've been practicing my legs because I want to choose 10 ball, and instead I crush it because my first 2 legs I played in this were way too short. So Sam's play. Wait, it's 9 ball. So we have the first non-8 ball match. Sam chose 9 ball here. Now, if you haven't seen the match prior to this, Sam is an APA7 but does not have a Fargo. Has never played in a Fargo game before. And we're trying to get him into some Fargo rated games. For this tournament, I made him a 525. When Matt R and I did some test matches, he was right in between us, basically. Matt R is like a 468. I'm a 626. 525 seemed about right. So I'm spotting him 2 games here. And because it is 9 ball, we're doing a race to 6. I decided because of the 9 ball being able to be made early that we should add another game to the race. Now, we are not including 9 ball breaks at all. They are not wins. However, we do have a side pot going that the most 8, 9, 10 ball breaks, depending on what game, will win the side pot. Now, so far, no one's had any, and I don't know what's going to happen if no one gets any. We'll have to figure that out later. We also have a side pot on the most break and runs. I am currently leading that it's break and runs and take and runs, meaning if you run out after a dry break or your first attempt at the table. And I'm on the board with 2 of each, so I have 4 points in that. Sam looks like a different player here. I don't know if it's me or if he's finally warmed up or if it's 9 ball versus 8 ball, but he has made quick work of this rack, and I didn't even really have to narrate anything. He is going to probably play the 9 ball in the lower right here. And that is a break and run. Sam is on the board. Now, because of the Fargo difference, I'm spotting Sam 2 games. And then the break and run is 3. So I'm immediately down 3-0. and I horrendously cross over the cue ball on the one ball on the break there. Now what's funny, and I'm not going to use this as an excuse, although I'm using this as an excuse. We played. Actually, we got there. The guys came over. We went out for barbecue dinner right away, and then we started playing. And we did a couple warm-up games, and then they played the match right away. I have not shot a ball in an hour, and I came in without any warm-up shots, which I didn't think was a problem, but maybe I should have thought of that a little bit more. That was really the only way to get that rack started, was a 1-2 combo, and I missed it terribly. So I'm going to leave this open for Sam. And after watching Sam, who's a 525, who just ran that like picture perfect rack out and then safed the crap out of me. Oh, maybe not. Can I get to the one here? I think I can get to the one on the lower side of it, combo it into the 7, and then the one just kind of floats up this way. Like I said, no excuses. I should be able to come into a match if I'm at a tournament or something, and there's some local tournaments here that have 2 and 3 hour Calcuttas, and then they just immediately call matches. And I've had ones where, in fact, Taco, who you'll see here at some point on the channel, they had over a 3 hour Calcutta, and then he had bye in the first round, and then they had 106 players at a pool hall with 30 some tables, which is a lot of tables, but when there's 106 players, you're going to wait a while. So he didn't hit a ball for over 5.5 hours. I'm trying to go 1-2 rails over to the 2, and instead I just follow it right in and scratch. My mindset is that I'm giving Sam another game here. It's not a surefire out, but at the... How do I word this to not sound like I'm conceited, which I'm not. At the level that I'd like to be playing at, how would we put it that way? If you give somebody ball in hand in 9-ball, unless it's a strategic situation where there's balls tied up, but if you give someone a ball in hand on an open table, you should expect them to get out. If you don't, it's great. It's just one of those weird luck things that comes your way, but you should expect them to get out. This is going to be a little tough because he needs to clear the 9 and come this way towards the 6. Is he going to scratch? Oh, it looked like he was dead scratch. Now the 3 just went past the 8, but does the 6 go past the 8? I don't think so. But the 6 combos into the 8. Or does it? Now, did he leave me a shot? It's close. If I don't have this like dead on, I don't know. I've taken what, 3 shots this match? I don't know if I should try to swerve this with outside. So if I can't make this, I don't like going at it. Oh, it looks like I can make it. Okay. Never mind. Extra drama for no reason. Pretty straight here, but I think I can just stun straight down this way. Maybe a better line is there. I'm on the wall. I remember Matt did ask me if he wanted me to pause the clock when I take that little extension off, and I said no, it's a quick release. It's like 2 revolutions and that's it. Oh, I drew the crap out of that. It's the, we have something with draw? No, draws with a D. It's the Brilliant Stroke League. Maybe. Hey, I'm on the board. I know how to shoot balls. I still remember how to play this game, kind of. But it's still 3-1. And it's alternate break, so I need to win some on Sam's breaks here, which that would have been nice if he would have scratched. Instead, he gets a perfect leave on the 1. Now, the 2 is a problem. 2-8 combo isn't bad. I tend to just discount combos like these because I hate shooting them so much. I would actually try to come some low left. Try to come down here for the 2 in the side. I don't know if he has this angle though. And now I think he took the combo away. So I grabbed my cue there, but I'm not expecting to shoot. That was great. That was a great shot. Maybe I was expecting to shoot, but I found playing with a shot clock, just having your cue on you so you don't have to take the extra second to like look at it, grab it, and go sometimes helps. Sam opened that up nicely. Put the 5 in a weird spot. I would have tried to stay off the 5 there. I think he was trying to push the 5 in front of the side, like here, but I like trying to avoid the 5 completely. Now I think he's actually trying to play this clean, and he hit it off and actually comboed it. And I remember him saying that he didn't play that shot. But as it is, as it is. I say that every video at least 3 times. He has to get on the 5 here somehow. So I'm in a weird spot here. I remember this shot. Cutting this is not great. I don't think I have enough to bank at it. Maybe I do. But I decided I'm going to do a kick and stick. I'm going to play it cue ball here into here. Play it towards the side. Cue ball is going to stop somewhere in here, and the 4, if it goes on the side, great. Otherwise, it'll miss the side and it'll come down this way and it'll play relatively safe. I don't know why I jumped right into this because I haven't hit many balls in this set. I do have 1 game on the board, but I only made 3 in a row to end that set, or end that game. So I'm trying this anyway, and I hit it too good, but now I don't have a shot in the 5. So that was a chalk 1 up for, yeah, I'm telling him what I planned there. Chalk 1 up for the Bad Shape League. Also the Botch Strategy League. So now I'm hitting and hoping. Hoping that either I make it or I leave him in not a spot with a shot. Instead, I left him pretty good. It's a little bit difficult to get back to the 9 here. He may have to jack up and draw this. Or put a whole bunch of follow on it and come like here, here, and out. I was just like, please tell me he just did not make the 9 ball. Looks like I can cut this in the corner and send the cue ball 100 rails around the table. You know what I was trying to do there is I was trying to play it short. So I was trying to play the 5 here, but I didn't want to hit the 9 and then send the cue ball all the way down here. As it is, because that apparently it's the As It Is League. I don't have a phrase for that. Broken Systems League. I didn't leave him a great shot. He took his extension here, which is good. I see a lot of people take the flyer at the bank here. Sam has other ideas. Just gonna paper thin cut this dead center pocket, perfect leave on the 9. Fantastic shot. I guess we can't call it the, well, it is the Brilliant Stroke League. And Sam is now up 4-1. I need to get some things going here because I have to essentially win 5-1 here. And the first thing I do is hook myself on the 1 ball. Now granted, it's off the break, but I hit the break pretty good. The 2 just floated up. Push here is pretty difficult because you don't want to leave a shot. So I'm thinking maybe push to to a one rail kick, kind of like the same kick I had with the 4-ball. So I kind of want to put the cue ball in line with the 9 here. So I'm going to push the 9 to the rail and follow it. However, it goes way underneath the 5, and I just immediately walk over and say, I assume you want me to shoot it. So now I'm mass A kicking because I gotta jack up a little bit and I gotta put a bunch of spin on this ball just to try to hit the 1. As it is, I hit it really well, and look at that. Ta-da! The not the bad safety, the brilliant safety league. Brilliant lucky safety league. Something like that. If I were Sam, I'd hit this 100 miles an hour and go after the 9. I think he not only hit the 6, he hit the 4. He almost hit the 1 after 4 rails around the table. Now, if you're in this spot and you're playing 9-ball, please do not go for the 1-9 combo. Now, I made a joke that, oh, you put it in the right spot, so I won't even take ball in hand, because this is the perfect leave to come back for the 2. And of course, I underhit it. That could be nerves, that could be not warmed up, that could be worried about not making any mistakes and trying to be too delicate. I don't know if I can follow this with inside and kind of just come out this way. It's kind of what I did, but the ball, I do have I have one of those, what am I trying to say, ball polisher things that I got. It's the Bulletproof brand. And I paid a little bit extra for the Bulletproof brand because they are, even though it's a Chinese manual, oh geez, look at that. Not only did I didn't even draw that, I completely underhit it and I chucked it into the rail. But I have the Bulletproof ball cleaner. I bought that one because even though they're made in China like all the other ones, the company is US based and they do sell, they have good customer service and they do sell the pads and all that, everything on there through them, as opposed to trying to find them elsewhere. And I have the Federgorst. He's gonna scratch off the 4. Scratch off the 4. Come on. The Federgorst spray, which is like a silicone spray, and it makes everything super slippery. Wax skate, anyone? Now, Sam got himself in a tough spot because even if he can make the 4, where's he going to do with the 5? Oh, I don't think he even went for the 4. I think he was trying to leave me behind the 7. But instead, he hit the 9 and got me safe. Now, we are, it's not the second the ball stopped, we reset the clock. Because it's a narrower room, we want to get, like Sam ran out of the way there. We're not making people run. The people who are running the clocks have been instructed to give everyone just a couple seconds to get out of the way and get back up and things like that. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to just dead me. Oh, look at that. Did I leave him safe? I don't know. I don't think so. Might be safe, but he can swerve around it or even one rail into it. If he can go one rail into it, that'd be best, because then he can get the cue ball out of there. Well, he didn't even have to do that, so I left it even worse. Yeah, Sam is not shooting like he was in the match against Matt. So, I joked with him that every table run he posts on Facebook, I'm going to add 10 points to his Fargo. He did get really fast with that. So he's wanting to keep me in this game. Now I should just, like that. I could go here, here, and into it. I don't think that's necessary in this shot, though. Yeah. I'm gonna get straight in, drop my chalk on the floor, hit my head on the table, knock myself out. And this is all just a bad dream. So really the 9's makeable from a lot of places here. I just need to make sure I make this. I'm jacking up a little bit to draw it one railing out, or maybe I'm not. Okay, I don't know why I jacked up so far there. Because I realized that I don't need to move the cue ball because I can make the 9 from anywhere. Anywhere in that line that I would have been at, here or back. So just don't go for position when you already have position. And it's kind of coming back. I'm at 4-2 here. So Sam, I would look at this spin. I would break from more of the side rail. Even if you're like one diamond in, it makes the wing ball go in more often. Now you have really good cue ball control. But I think the fact that you broke dry here on a template rack, you should almost always make a ball. Make that corner ball. Or wing ball, or whatever you want to call it. So I need to bear down here and just get my stuff together. My billiard stuff together. Bull stuff? What other leagues do we have? The Banana Splits League. The Billiards and Shenanigans League. I like that one. Picking apart this rack pretty good. If I'm straight enough on this, I know a lot of people like to roll this shot and just have the cue ball come up. I hate rolling shots, so I'm going to play it with a firmer stroke, and I'm just going to kind of stun this way. If I can, I may have to go in between the 9 and 6. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. And I put it too much. I should have put a little bit below center. And now I'm in trouble. If I can hit this 4 going in, I'm okay. I don't think I can. I may have to go like this and try to just hit it out of there and get separation. Yep, that's exactly what I'm looking at. It's a really good way to lose a game. I didn't hit it anywhere near the way I thought I would. I thought I would hit it more thick or more full, and the cue ball would stay more up here and send the cue ball around. Instead, I think I hit it on the way in instead of hitting it off the second rail. I left this thing wide open for Sam then. If he shoots the way he did the first couple games, I'm in trouble. So realistically, I've only missed 2 or 3 shots, but missed them at really, really the wrong times. The 3 ball was bad. That 4 ball, the 3 ball in the 1 rack where I just chucked it right into the rail down here, or down here. 4 ball right there. I should have never tried what I was trying. Maybe I should have just floated it in. Sam almost missed. He's trying to let me in. Yeah, Sam's taking advantage of everything I've given him. This is not going to be good. Oh, no, you know what? It is. That spun off the rail perfectly. It looked like it was going to come straight up and down, but he had that side spin on it and just drifted out in the open. So I am now, same as on the hill, I'm down 5-2 in a race to 6. I have to win 4 in a row here. I've done it before. You've seen me do it before on the channel. So why don't we start by putting a whole bunch of top on it, which just happens to go through everything, gets me perfect on the 1 ball. That was not by design. Trying to hit just slightly above center. But like 1/4 of a tip, not 4 tips or whatever that was. Now here, do I just go 1 rail straight up and down? I sure do. As long as I'm not on the rail, I should be good. Oh, that's probably not good. I remember this shot. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it here. I'm trying to spin 1, 2, and out this way. Oh, you know what? I'm doing the opposite. I'm doing lower right, trying to go 1, 2, and out that way. But because I was so straight on, I'm trying to force an angle that really isn't there, so I'm trying to cheat the pocket. These pockets do not like to be cheated. They're kind of vengeful like that. And I mean, I didn't leave a great shot, but Sam has something to do here. He can either try to make it or he can defend himself like that. And puts me in a weird spot. The only real shot here is a one rail kick it and just try to make it. And hope I get lucky and hope I don't miss. And I hit it, but I did not get a rail, so that's ball in hand for Sam. And the way he's been shooting here, I would not be surprised if I don't get back to the table. So we were going to call this the Beat Sam League, and it does not look like that's going to happen. But you never know. I mean, you might, because you probably see the length of this video and how much time is left and what the score is. And Sam needs to get on this 5 and the game is over, is my prediction. That was pretty good. Stop shot on the 5, maybe flow a little bit up to cut the angle off a tad. You just don't want to be straight on the 6. Yeah, and I was thinking you could float probably up to here, but doing this is just fine. Sam has these 2 rail leaves down really well. He got almost perfect on this to the point where I think he could just play a stop shot, play the 8 in the lower left. We'll see what happens. Okay, he didn't, so he went this way, and this is about as bad as he could have gotten with still having a shot. And he overcuts it. Now in this case, I'd rather have him shooting this than me. Granted, he would have been on the 9 ball, but with this distance, with the match on the line, now I take exactly 6 seconds before I start my routine. And what I'm trying to do is leave this cue ball behind the 9, but all my spin went off the ball before the cue ball even got to the 8. I was trying to do one of these where, you know, just go right up into the, and I tried to do too much. That was one of the things that Mark Wilson and I worked on yesterday quite a bit. If I did not mention that in this video, I had mentioned last video, I had a day-long lesson with Mark Wilson in St. Louis. Sam decides the one rail is, or the straight-in shot is way too easy, so he's going to 2 rail this. I put my cue down again because I can see what's coming. I think we're all just baffled at that shot. Obviously, he missed it. He didn't try to hit it 2 rails, but nails the 9, and that is the match. Sam in green wins 6-2. Now, what that means is I'm not going to win this with 4 points, and now everything's wide open. And I went in the first 2 matches, which you saw in the playlist that I put up, or if I haven't, for some reason, I'll put it up here. I know I put it up in the beginning, but first 2 matches I won, I was on the board with 2 points, and I was really, really confident that I could go through this thing undefeated, get my way into the finals, and we'll, you know, see what happens there. Now, with this loss, the most I can get is 3. Now, Sam can also only get 3 because he lost against Matt last round, but everyone is on the board now. And in fact, I will put the scores up here. In fact, let me bring him up on my screen. I'll have to put them up in post so you can just see what happens, but that's not it. That's not it either. I have 100 different screens that you can't see, but I will put on one side, I will put the round robin chart. On the other side, I will put the actual match chart. Now we do have our first non-8 ball match, and I have my first loss that I'm not really too proud of, but Sam, amazing shooting. That was pretty spectacular. When you started out with the break and run and I was already down 2, I think that got in my head a little bit, put a little bit too much pressure on myself, maybe a little too cocky. Probably not. I usually don't get cocky like that. I don't take opponents lightly. But what we have here, as you can see, I have 2 points and I have 1 match left. Matt K has 1 point, but he has 2 matches left. Matt R has 1 point, but he only has 1 match left. Sam has 1 point. He has 2 matches left. Taka has nothing. He's not on the board yet. He hasn't played a single match. We don't know. Taka is a 4. What was he? 4? I can't remember here. 426 at the start of this tournament. He's gone up some. He's done well in some tournaments. He's capable of shooting at a high 500s level. We'll see how he does. His schedule's kind of busy. We may need to make some adjustments and things like that. But anyway, what do you guys think now? Now that you've seen Sam play, questions. 1, should Sam be a 525? Now, if you haven't seen the first match that Sam played against Matt R, go watch that. Come back here. Let me know what you think his Fargo should be based on those 2 matches. You know what? I still think, in fact, pause this right now. I'll just stop for a second and look off from the... What color should I paint this wall, by the way? Leave me a comment and let me know. But anyway, comment down below. Let me know what you think Sam's Fargo should be. I actually think 525 is pretty accurate. Now, he shot like a 600 in this 9-ball, but there were some shots that he should have made that he missed. But in the first match, I definitely think he shot below 525 for sure. I think the 2, granted, it's a sample size of like 10 games or whatever, maybe 15, but I think that's pretty accurate. I did not shoot like a 626 that last match, as you saw, but let me know that. Also, let me know who you want to win this, and my fans don't let me down. But who you think is going to win this whole thing, or who you think are going to be, out of the 4 that you've seen, who do you think is going to be in the top 2 when all things are said and done? Until then, subscribe and share and all the other fun YouTube stuff. And looking forward to playing the next few matches. I don't know when they're going to be, but I will keep posting them as they come up. Now, again, if the scoring seems to be like, oh, well, things are over already, so I don't need to post these matches, I'll adjust the order and we'll talk about them then. But until next time, we'll see you later.